Hello, welcome to another episode of Out of Stand Nation. We're going to be talking about some of the releases from this week, as of this recording. We like to talk a lot about our opinions. You can feel free to agree or disagree. We're not going to try to tell you what to think or how to think, right? So that's pretty awesome week. Yeah. So pretty awesome week, right? In releases, man, it was a bloodbath trying to decide what we wanted to talk about for the episode. So
it really was.
Yeah, it absolutely
so much arguments.
Mainly between those two. So
hey.
No, it's not arguments that we do. We do extreme bantering. Okay.
Yeah. You know. Yeah. You know. I'll agree. Bantering, because bantering is fun, and you guys have fun with stuff you guys say. So, Aura, you wanna actually no. Nick, this is all you. You want to introduce this first one?
So, for our first topic today, we have Lucy with their song Snooze. This comes after we talked about them previously with their song Flowering. And
which I don't remember, and I will have to probably listen to it later.
And if you remember, Jihoon really liked it. I was a hype man for it. I don't remember Aura's opinion.
And I don't remember it.
Yep. Well, that says a lot.
Yep.
So, getting into this, this is definitely very, how do you even put this? Like, acoustic electric?
It's got like a
It's very funky.
It's very funky, right? It's got a lot of funk.
It's epic.
It's kind of like a funk rock, I would say.
A little bit.
Funk rock.
With a very, very open soundstage. You hear that right off the intro with just that violin, which they are very notable for. That is like one of their, I guess, signature sounds is the fact that they have a violin in a band, which is very abnormal, but I think they work with it very well.
You know, that's a thing that I really love. And for funk rock, I'm more used to hearing that in the Japanese music scene. Maybe not so much nowadays. Maybe in I don't know, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, that was more predominant. I can't remember. I'm thinking of Flow, but I'm probably thinking of another band, like Japanese rock band, but they do funk rock a lot, before, and they would incorporate a lot of violin, and I really love the violin. I love string instruments in general. So. So yeah, what you got?
For me, I actually really do enjoy violins, despite how much I make fun of like Nick with the different sizes of string instruments, like
big violins, big violin.
I will fight you.
Exactly. But I do actually really enjoy listening to violins, cellos, and all of that. I'll make fun of Nick all day for that, just because I know it makes him mad, and that's probably one of the nicest bickering points that I have for him. But the violin, like the style of violin, really actually reminds me of. I may have said it, but since I don't remember the conversation for Flowering, actually the style violin very much reminds me of Lindsey Sterling and her violin. She is I believe an American or maybe a Canadian artist. I don't exactly remember, but it's almost like a rock kind of violin. So if you really like her kind of like violin music, I feel like Lucy is very much up your alley for this musical style.
Okay.
And I did also see the picture that Nick posted with 3 views from when it was released.
Yeah.
And that is very criminal. Very criminal.
Well, at the time, he was just like the song had just
it.
released for like 17 minutes. Like you viewed it like 17 minutes after it released or something like that. So right now, it's still criminally underviewed.
Oh yeah.
It's up to almost 40,000 at the moment. So.
Yep.
40. No, that is
still criminally underrated. So.
Way too criminally underrated. So if you're one of our listeners and you actually enjoy the songs that we recommend, and you actually enjoy like violin music or string instruments, I do recommend this.
Oh yeah.
do not hit the snooze button on this.
Straight to my heart right there.
Man,
that's straight to my heart.
That pun put me to sleep.
Ow. Wait, so you guys can put 4 puns and I can't?
There's a reference there to the music video. In the music video, and in the song itself too, they incorporated the sound of an alarm clock at the end of the violin solo.
Violin solo in a rock song, man.
Bruh, like that was so
amazing.
So,
So he was killing it on that violin solo too.
What do you think of the funk aspects to the song?
I actually really liked it. I think that it was a different take, especially with the instrumentation that they had. You know, running a bass guitar, drums, and a violin. I thought that was really awesome, and an electric guitar. But I thought that was a really interesting take on it, because I figured that they would go more acoustic rock.
Right. Which they did with Flowering.
Yes.
Yeah.
I figured that they'd stay with that style, but the funk aspects really took me off guard, and I really liked it, honestly. I think they made great use of funk style in their song without making it too overly, making it overly disco. Yeah,
because disco pulls from funk.
And
so especially with the funk beat, right? And you take your drums and you add the 4 on the floor beat to it, and then you got disco.
Yeah. They were also in a really high key, which is pretty typical for disco versus funk.
Yeah.
So it could have easily been transformed into disco, which would not be outside of the realm of normal for today's K-pop, because that is very average. Hearing a disco song current, especially new disco. Yeah. For today.
Yeah. And for me, I've said before, right? I love funk. With the way they do the beats on the drums, the rhythmic guitars, and especially the bass guitars, there's a lot of texture there that I just really love in funk, and they incorporate it very well, bouncing it out with the rock sound, and because I love rock too, and it's just that what really made the song just complete for me on this was the violin, for sure.
Quick question: was this an open soundstage?
Extremely.
Very open.
Okay.
And I think you could definitely feel it, right? Especially now that you got your headset. Right.
The reason why I asked was because it very much felt more freeing with this song. How it was sung, how the instruments were played. It having that open soundstage really. I'm still learning what the difference between closed and open sound stages. So I'm still trying to get a better understanding of it. So that's one of the first things I'm looking for right now, is actually trying to tell the difference if it's open or closed.
Just think of it as does it sound like it's playing inside of your room right now versus at an auditorium on stage?
Yeah.
So
okay.
Yep. A big giveaway is anything that uses acoustic stringed instruments is going to have an open soundstage. So, for example, in here, the violin gave it away right away.
Especially when they have the reverb.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That reverb was the first instance that I was like, this feels open, but I just want to be sure. Because one, it like I said, it very much felt like a freeing song. And having the scenery be in an open field at a lighthouse with the windmills just helped create that freedom feeling. Kind of like you could let this music, let the ambiance of the band kind of sweep through you.
Yep. And that open scenery is really great for giving the music a vibe of everything is going to be all right.
Yep. It's just when you're in front of the lighthouse, on the shore, with the ocean behind them. I love that scene.
Yeah.
I mean, especially for me, because I live so far inland. This is the longest I ever spent inland. I spent the majority of my life in and around the Pacific region. The shore was always at least within 5 miles away from me.
Right.
You know, where I'm at right now, it's so I'm in the middle of a desert, guys.
Yeah.
It's dry. Like I hate it. You know, I'm just so miserable here. I have a headache all the time because of it. And so like just
because of dehydration.
Yeah, exactly. Because you know my sinus gets so dry. So you know, seeing like videos like this, I don't know. And because of the immersiveness of the song itself and with the way it's mixed and mastered, the way it's composed, it really draws me into its atmosphere, into its environment.
Right.
It's kind of like a getaway for me. It really is. So yeah, another reason why I love this song.
Me, I just love being around water. I like to go swimming myself, so I very much understand. I just haven't been near to any beaches because, well, the current situation of the world.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm just tired of deserts in general.
Yeah.
I hate.
I don't think I could be. I don't think I could be near a desert.
So switching gears a little bit. I normally don't like this style of fashion, like for the outfits.
Really?
I mean, as far as like for like everyday wear, like I would never really wear this kind of stuff myself, except for like maybe the guy the drummer with that green sweater. Like I'd probably wear that. But the rest, I don't know. Like it's
I'm much more of the bassist style.
Like because in general, it's just kind of a little too hipsterish, I guess. Like it's totally fine, right? If you're gonna perform this kind of song on stage, it totally fits for, you know, kind of like stage wear, right? As far as like everyday wear, like not so much. So totally off tangent. I know it's weird. I don't know why it just stood out to me, but yeah.
I mean, like, yeah. I mean, like when it comes to clothing, it very much helps to either immerse or take you away. Yep. It kind of.
I mean, it totally fits.
Yeah,
it's funk rock with some disco feel.
It very much needs to fit that musical style, especially in a music video. It helps create that atmosphere. So, feeling comfortable, seeing it on and fit with the music video is very important.
Yep.
Like.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to say that it doesn't fit the music video. Like it totally works with this music video. I like it in this music video. Just for me personally, for me to actually wear.
Yeah.
So, all right. You guys ready to move it on?
Oh yeah, let's go.
Okay. Well, since certain someone wanted to protect this song from getting cut, I feel like this is going to have to be another Nick introduction. So.
All right. So this is Baeksik with his song Paradox, and this is featuring j.cob, which is also produced by Truman. He's done a lot of work with Truman in the past. We've also talked about him before, and j.cob, yeah. We've also talked about him before. Yep. We talked about Time before. It's the one that made Aura seasick.
Okay, so I do like this one better. Just because it doesn't do that reverb that got that motion sickness for me. And I usually don't get motion sickness, but that's one of the few times I've actually felt it. And which was really surprising.
Yeah. So this is very, very trap. Super trap beat, super trap delivery. So obviously if it's trap, I like it.
Yeah.
Love everything about trap, and so it's right up my alley. On the flip side, someone who's not super into over trappy beats, Jihoon, what did you think?
So this one, I think part of it too is because I was already looking forward to Baeksik from his previous releases. I don't dislike it.
Okay.
I can, if it comes up, I wouldn't skip it. It's actually pleasant. So, because I guess to further clarify, I guess, I don't super dislike trap. The trap that I don't like is when it's like super crashy.
Yeah.
Especially like when it's crashy on like the crashy like instrumentation. So this
overly
one
powerful instrumentation, stuff like that. Yep.
Yeah.
One thing I really liked about this song in specific was his delivery. It's very different from Time. And Time was a little slower, but also on top of that, the transition into j.cob was really smooth. And I really liked that. j.cob has a lot of contrast in voice with him.
Yes.
Because j.cob has a very high voice, and so I really, really liked that. It felt like it didn't feel like the song stopped and it was a different song, but it felt like the song had a different texture almost.
I totally see what you're saying with that. Yeah.
Yeah, because j.cob also had a different flow in it as well.
Yes, I mean, because especially because for this style of music, right? You said texture. A lot of the texture does come from the vocal deliveries. Like it's a much more weight is placed on the vocal or rap deliveries. So, Yep.
Right.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this song. One thing I really liked was the background where they had those red lights.
Yeah.
I hadn't
underneath the overpass.
I hadn't seen something like that before, so I found that really interesting as well.
Yeah. I normally don't like this style of vocal delivery for Baeksik in the song, but here I didn't dislike it. I thought it was fine. So
okay.
And I want to say that it's because it's his vocal timbre. Maybe it's because it's vocal timbre. It's a bit more smooth. It doesn't feel as kind of twangy. Because certain other like artists, they get really twangy with the way they want to try and like deliver their rap vocals.
Right.
So,
yeah, 100%.
it's much more smoother here. So yeah, it's a song that I don't dislike. I surprisingly I can say I like it. So
for me, it's one of those songs that I'd have to be in the kind of mood for this kind of trap style song for. I will say that I would skip it if I'm not in the mood for this kind of song.
Fair.
But if I'm in the mood for a trappy kind of song, this is probably something I would listen to. But then that's again falling few in between. Because I'm not a very trappy person either. I can appreciate trap when it comes up, but it's not my kind of song.
Yeah, I would say that you seem to be more receptive to it than I am, because when we've had other trap songs we talked about, you've reacted to them more positively than I have. So yeah, I'm like, you're probably somewhere in between me and Nick on that one.
Right.
So, which I can say that for the song, I feel like it would be pretty popular among like American K-pop fans.
I think absolutely so. I noticed a lot of like English comments on there.
Right.
Which leads me to believe that you are right.
But then again too, like, isn't trap, hip hop, urban like one of the predominant genres in the US anyway at the moment?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Urban is very dominant in the US. Also on top of that, right now, urban is very underground-ish in Korea. It's not hyper popular.
Right.
And so it's really just among the people that really embrace that kind of culture.
Right.
So in general, I think that's why you see a lot more American comments than Korean comments, for example, or anything of the sort.
Which it does seem like a very defined niche for like among Baeksik and j.cob, Truman. That like they are very much like into that within that realm.
Yeah, 100%. All in all, I really think that this song is, in my opinion, it's a different style, but it's also a lot. I like this a lot more than I like Time.
Yeah, and, I could comfortably recommend this to an American K-pop fan. So.
I wouldn't just say just K-pop American. I just would recommend a general like trap hip hop fan in general. Especially if you are a fan of like someone like Mike Posner or something like that. Just because listening to him kind of like Baeksik's Paradox, because this was one that I could actually listen to comfortably. I would say it was very much similar to his music from like 10 years ago. Wow, I really date myself, but
every episode.
Hey, I don't try. This one I'm kind of trying, but but from some of like Mike Posner's other like songs from about 10 years ago, that it helps me recall. This style helps me recall some of his other styles that I actually did like. So,
okay, all right. Nick, you got anything else for the song?
No, just definitely check it out if you can. It has very little views, and so every little bit helps. It's currently at 2,800 views.
Yeah.
It's on Genie.
Yeah,
it's on Genie.
So make sure you go check it out because it's a really good song. The like to dislike ratio is nuts though.
Is it?
Yeah, it's 445 to 5. It's really nuts. Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's really good. So, then ready to move it on, guys?
Sure.
All right, Aura. This is like more your genre, isn't it? So.
Is it?
Yeah, kind of retro synth pop. Stuff.
I mean, anything retro takes him back to his younger days. So I mean,
yeah. I don't know about younger. Maybe it's less old.
Less older days. There we go.
Yeah.
Ow. Mean.
Oh,
I'm not even the oldest one in this podcast. Okay. So right now, the artist that they're talking about is STAYC with their debut song "So Bad."
Yeah.
We want Nick, or not Nick. Jihoon and I wanted to at least mention him last episode, but we didn't have a chance because of issues and whatever. But what was it? Black Eyed Pills song, or was it Pills song?
Oh yeah, Black Eyed Pills song.
Yeah. So this is so STAYC is under Black Eyed Pills song. His company High Up.
Yep.
Okay.
So, this is his first group under.
Yep.
Under High Up, and honestly, I expected nothing less from Black Eyed Pills song.
So Black Eyed Pills song for you, the listeners, you may not be familiar with the name, but you're familiar with the music.
Oh yeah.
You have heard at least like one of their songs, like at least one.
Yeah.
Because they've made huge hits.
Yeah, and if you haven't, you just got into K-pop yesterday.
Yeah.
Because like everyone has.
He's part of. He's done some big groups.
Yeah,
Twice being one of them.
He's done a couple songs for Twice.
I'm pretty sure he's worked for GOT7 before. He's very prominent in JYP artists.
Yeah, he's done a lot.
He's done quite a bit of SM work.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like,
so
they do major songs.
But,
so that being said, this style definitely feels more like Aura style.
Definitely.
We kind of established that when we talked about Twice's last release.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I do like the song. I'm actually enjoying like the group, so I'm gonna keep my eye on them. Because I know that for me, I felt this. How should I say this? It visually, there's a lot going on, and I felt like there was way too much going on trying to pack into the music video. But musically, what was it? I want to say that it uses a lower tone than I'm used to knowing from Black Eyed Pills songs.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm also used to listening like to Twice and whatever with his songs. So this is a little bit of a difference.
Yeah, because I can't remember which of Twice's, like, I think I always think of, like, maybe it's LiQWYD was the one that they wrote, or that he wrote. If not LiQWYD, then
so it's he's done like
TT?
Ooh Ah,
okay,
TT,
yeah,
Cheer
TT.
Up, and like
yeah. So
and Fancy,
and all those, like, were, you know, hundreds of millions of views on YouTube. So
and he's also done like 4 Minutes Volume Up, Troublemaker. So Hyona's Bubble Pop.
Okay,
that makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
Tiara's Roly Poly.
Yeah.
Beast Fiction.
Yeah, so like he's made like some serious bangers.
Yes.
So like if any of those songs you recognize, you've definitely heard him before.
Yeah.
And this but what this is this definitely seems more what he wants to do versus what the company wants him to do.
Yeah.
And I like that a lot more. But also on top of that, I want to also note the production quality. And also singer ability off of debut.
Yeah.
We've been noticing this a lot, but Gen 4 groups really have their act together on debut.
Right.
If you guys remember Gen 2.5, Gen 3, on debut, they were a little rough around the edges.
A little rough around the edges, or the production work would do a lot of hiding of the, you know, kind of those vocal flaws or whatnot. Weaknesses.
Right.
So.
But things I've noticed the biggest is synchronization in dance, especially. But also vocal ability is just far above and beyond. They're usually a pretty polished unit by the time they are debuted now.
Right.
And I think that gives for a higher quality. And I think it also lends to the ability to come back 1 month after debut now, which is what we've been seeing as well.
Yeah, because you're not getting as much of that continuation training.
Yeah,
you know, because I mean, yes, you know, groups are always still training, even at 7 years in. But like, you know, for rookie groups, you're getting a lot more of that continuation training after your first debut song. So, yep. Yeah. For me, I didn't dislike the song. So one of the things that I really don't like about a lot of retro synth pop songs, and for this is it's to say retro is a lot. You'd have to say that a lot more loosely with this. It's not as retro as a lot of other songs that have come out. Because some of the things I don't like with that synth pop sound is that is just a really flattened sound. You don't get as much of a harder hitting bass. This one has while I do like high energy music, right? I like my high energy music to be accompanied with some kind of harder hitting bass, to have some kind of sonic depth to it, which we have here. So if you got the high energy, you got some depth to the bass. The music itself is not flat. It's not sent super far to the back. It's mixed more with how I like it. My songs to be mixed. So even though the instrumentation is really more synth pop that I generally don't like, but here I don't dislike it.
Yeah. One of the things that I really dislike when it comes to like retro synth pop kind of music is I feel like when it comes to at least girl groups, there always seems to be a need for someone with a like bright neon colored wig for some reason.
True.
And like things can look absolutely gorgeous, but for me visually, it's always ruined by a bright neon wig. It doesn't. I really do not like that bright neon wig that they have in this music video.
Yeah, I mean, in that one scene that he's talking about, it's a bright neon blue wig set in a very pink room. She's wearing pink, and I totally get the concept, right? You're trying to go for like a Barbie, dollhouse from like, I don't know, like the 80s feel, or 90s, whatever. yeah, that's the style they're going for. Or just doesn't like that stuff. I get what they're trying to do. I'm not a super fan of it. I know we've seen that same kind of aesthetic in other groups as well, bigger groups even. So
yeah. And I mean, like an example would be Sana's pink wig for Kpop.
Yeah, Kpop.
Yeah,
Japanese release. Yep.
I didn't like that wig.
Yeah. Same with the Blackpink's Lisa. She also had a neon, like blue pink.
Yeah.
Or blue. I mean, yeah, kind of wig. So, yep. Yeah. Was that Boombaya? Or
Stay, I think.
I think it was Stay.
Maybe Stay.
I don't remember.
Yeah. Or As If It's Your Last. One of those.
One of those.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's funny because you're naming off like we've been naming off like my favorite members from each of those groups. I'm like,
I mean, just because they're your favorite.
Yeah.
So.
But all in all, I think this is a big, or a really like good song for a debut.
Yeah, it's a really strong. It's a really strong debut.
I think
very
the
well
thing
polished.
that's very important is their comeback.
Right.
The comeback will define a lot of their fandom, and it will define a lot of their group in general.
Yep.
And so I definitely can't wait to see that.
Yep. So
I'm actually really hoping that they do have a chance to come on to variety shows,
show off their charms.
Show off their charms. Maybe Running Man.
Bruh. Yo, when are we doing that Running Man marathon?
Oh man, don't do that to us. I'd never make it out.
I got so many episodes I need to get caught up on. So.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh man. All right. I guess we're ready. Moving on to the next one, then, guys.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. So the next one is Grimhild debut. So, I don't have a whole lot of.
Technically a double debut.
Yeah, it's a double release, 2 songs off of the same single album.
Yeah.
What was it? Hide and Seek. I don't have a whole lot of information on this artist. I mean, obviously just debuted. So I get the feeling this is a soloist. At first I was wondering if this was a band, but I think this is a soloist. So I guess we'll start off with the one that we liked the most. So which one was it? Was it Alone that you guys Far Away?
I really liked Alone.
Yeah.
I really liked Alone. I also liked Far Away, but definitely Alone was really more it for me. So Nick, take it away.
So Alone, and for that matter, Far Away, are both ballads. And it seems like this artist is going to be more in the realm of ballads. That being said, the drawing factor in for this artist is vocal stability and vocal control.
Yeah.
The ability to project emotion is not something that every artist has. And the ability to relay emotion is even rarer. Artists that are very notable at relaying emotion in their songs, that are in K-pop, IU, Taeyeon, even Chungha, Hyunsang, and notice like IU, Taeyeon, Chungha, those are very big artists, and that's because the ability to relay emotion and make sure it's received by the listener is a great skill that warrants a lot of praise. And this artist honestly is no different. Amazing vocal control, and the ability to relay emotion is they definitely possess that skill.
And when we talked about stability, when he incorporated that little vibrato, it's in a trailing vibrato and a low, he's not pushing with chest voice, delivering with your head voice. Like, that's really hard.
Right.
That is really hard. vibrato is a lot easier to deliver like stably with your chest voice. So I was just so blown away with the vocal control here.
Yeah. For me, listening to it, I really think I want to listen to it live. This is something that I think 100%. Could be.
Yes.
This is something that he should release something live. So if you watch it, you'll notice that he isn't in the music video. It's a manhwa styled music video. It's a lot of still images that kind of fades in and out rather than animated images. So like we don't see like a lot of like movement of the characters. It's pseudo movement is probably the best we could go with. And it works really well, but it does very much take. I feel like if it had him like performing on a piano or whatever, singing into a mic, I think it'll definitely convey more. But that's just my opinion. But otherwise, this is still a really good music video.
Yep, especially with the incorporation of that film grain aspect. Like we have some of those specs on the film. Giving more of that nostalgic feeling. So
another thing is his vocal range, vocal ability in his vocal range. In Alone, at the very end, he hits a really high note for a guy.
Really high.
He just does it. No problem.
Yep. He reaches it. He sustains it. Comes back to it. Delivers it again.
Yeah.
Like just in case you didn't hear it right the first time.
Yeah, and I mean, I would have to see him perform it live, but like, it doesn't seem like there's any strain in that.
No.
And that's really impressive.
Very impressive. So, and kind of off topic, I've noticed that it feels like with vocal strain in J-pop, I've noticed a couple artists they do that, and at first I thought it was because they're trying to do more than what they're capable of. But I get the feeling that is actually a part of their vocal style.
Probably.
So, talk about Lisa and Rihanna. So
okay.
Yeah, that was something I thought was interesting. Like that is I feel like that's more unique to Japanese music scene than, because I don't think we've heard that in the Korean music scene. We prefer to use like they prefer to kind of deliver that inflection into of emotion into the vocals, rather than use that strain to kind of reflect the strain of the heart, the emotional strain that Japanese artists do. Well, sorry, off topic, but I just thought it was interesting. So
yeah. So it's because this was a double release. My question was, does it feel like this is a the Far Away was a continuation of Alone?
They reused some of the same scenes even. So like the part where it's the guy and his kid, and then the lady and her kid. Yeah, and they're showing face to face. You see that scene in both videos.
Yeah. Because I just wanted to be sure that it wasn't just my brain tricking me. I'm like, I feel like I've seen this scene before, but
and the same also, like when they're both on the bicycle, the couple's bicycle, that's also in both music videos. So.
Yep. So I think this is definitely either a continuation or could be a like I don't know, like there's so many theories like you could wrap your head around with an MV like this. I definitely think that even though they are very different styles of ballads, one is a lot slower and one is more upbeat. It sounds weird, but it's an upbeat ballad. I definitely think out of the two, I definitely prefer Alone, and just the slow down, because I think it definitely shows his vocal control better.
Yep.
Yeah.
But however, Far Away definitely shows that he can do more upbeat like tempos, and still hold a very good vocal control and like sustained notes very well.
Yeah, I think too with Far Away, it's much more kind of singing, with the band, like it's not like really just a musical accompaniment as it is like, there's no one part is prominent, the vocals or the music, right? They're both kind of in line, kind of more equal.
Right.
So whereas Alone it is much more vocal centric.
Vocalful.
And man, that electric guitar in Far Away, I loved it. It just came out of nowhere, and I was like, yeah we're rock now.
Yeah, Far Away is much more like a soft rock music style. So yeah,
and I really like that.
Yeah,
I definitely think both of these are gonna go on my playlist on repeat.
Bruh, I'm gonna look for the album, see if the album's available, like physical album.
Oh, good luck. I think it's a digital.
I know, right?
So it's all just digital.
Oh, so
maybe
what we've seen before is it starts with a digital single release first, then as they gain popularity, they finally release a physical album, and not just a physical single, but it's more like a physical, at least a mini album, if not a full album. So hopefully we get to see that.
Yep, definitely amazing. And I'm so excited to see what he comes out with next as well.
Yeah, when was the last time we really talked about a ballad on an episode? It's probably been months, right? Like half a year.
Been months,
a month
probably.
A month or two ago.
Yeah.
Should have been a couple weeks ago, but
well, stuff happened. Yeah. All right. So, Aura, you know what you gotta do.
All right. So this is a comeback that for an artist that we've talked about before, and who very much deserves the success in the industry. It is Natty with Teddy Bear.
Yeah.
So, comparatively to her debut, what did you guys think?
So her debut was more future funk, and I like future funk. I like funk in general. This, man, what do we got going on here, Nick? You got quite a bit of a music style that we don't really hear too much lately.
Yeah.
I do hear a little bit of electro house mixed in too. At least maybe some electro house instrumentation.
There are some house elements in here. It is a lot of bubble pop, especially with Natty's vocal style.
Yeah.
But when the drop comes in, it just almost like full sends into deep house. So I wouldn't put it out to call it a house track.
Yeah, like when I heard this, I'm like, wow, dude, like it's almost kind of nostalgic because like, so there used to be a period where I used to be kind of like really into like deep house, funky house, electro house from like, I don't know, like 8 years ago, especially from like European like house artists. So for me, it was kind of nostalgic, and you don't really hear too much of the style in K-pop, at least that I've noticed, anyways.
Yeah, this style is not too popular, mostly because generally they prefer to lean towards, if they're gonna lean towards house, they lean towards tropical usually. Yep,
something with much more brighter kind of musical
brighter
imagery.
Tones. Yeah. But yeah, I like this a lot more than I like 19.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember I don't think I was a big fan of 19.
No, you're lukewarm because again, it's a feature funk. So.
Yeah. So, but I like this a lot more. It's also really catchy.
It's very catchy. Yeah.
I caught myself a few times just singing along to it. I was like, what am I doing? And
it's easy. It's the vocals are not complex. They're not very complex. It kind of adds to that kind of catchiness. So
it's a very fun song to like just kind of like singing along to you too. You know.
Oh yeah.
The costume though for that teddy bear.
It's kind of freaky.
Yeah.
A little bit. Glad it wasn't just me.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know how I feel about that costume.
Yeah.
You know, every time, like, I feel like this is gonna happen, but every time Natty comes back, or like when she debuted and whatever, I just have this like feeling of relief that, like, you know, she's doing fine. You know.
Yeah, she's still around. You know, she has not given up.
Yeah, after the fiasco with 16 and being on that and
Idol
School, and then being kind of missing from the industry since Idol School.
Yeah.
Like it's a very nice to know that she's like still here and like active.
Yeah, because I remember in between Idol School and her debut, like I was watching her closely on Instagram, just to like, you know, just to reassure myself that she hasn't given up. And like when she go months without posting like a dance rehearsal or something, I'm like, and just, you know, her just hanging out at a cafe or something, I'm like, you know, it's starting to get kind of anxious. Like, hey, you know,
why are you?
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, because I know that because what was it? I know she talked about this on Idol School. Like, she had a rough time from online comments from when she was 16
about her looks.
And just seeing her actually have some popularity since debut. I still don't know how big her popularity is. At least in the Korean industry or Korean market. I know she has a lot of international popularity.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I'm glad she is getting the recognition she deserves after all these years. And for when it comes to this song, I very much agree with Nick. I do enjoy this a lot more than 19. And like Nick spent like a good 15 minutes trying to figure out like what kind of musical it is. It was.
This reminds me of some either group or soloist, and I don't know who. It's just I'm very reminded of another artist. I just don't know who it is. I feel like it's closely tied to Nugu as well. You know, like this is something I could see Saturday doing. But also on top of that, I feel like the delivery is very Soyeon-esque.
Yeah.
I want to say pre-debut Soyeon.
Oh my god, what's the song called again?
Oh no.
Jelly.
It is very jelly.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, it's jelly. Yep.
Yep. So definitely glad I know that now.
It would have driven us nuts for.
Oh yeah, it was still driving me nuts for like an hour.
Yeah.
But that being said, so I definitely feel like it's interesting that she chose this style after debuting with 19. And I feel like she is exploring what music she likes to put out.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think that's really great for the growth of an artist, and especially her. So
she's definitely had a lot of time to try to find her own style, and I think trying to find a style that her fans will actually enjoy too is something that she's trying to establish.
And also something that's relatively unique for the present time. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I like it.
I'm definitely.
I like it.
I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Like we all pretty universally like it. So.
I just hope that having like plushie costumes is not going to be a regular thing, though.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And I also feel I don't know how I feel about having a bar of soap that had a huge bite mark out of it, by the way.
We saw that before in other videos as well, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It still makes me cringe every time.
I think.
BB with Nabi? No, Binu.
No, Binu.
Yeah, it was Binu.
Binu. But it was supposed to be from the teddy bear. And this is just like me nitpicking. It's of like tiny details. Because one, that was a human bite mark, obviously. Could have made it more bear-like. Just saying. But that's just me nitpicking. I was like, that's too human-like. It's just got to be a mauled out like bar of soap. But that's me. That's just me. Okay.
All right. So you ready to move it on, guys, to the last one?
Let's do it.
Oh my god. So, Hyunsang. I love this guy. He is just phenomenal. I love his work. I really do. This is 3108. So, man, Nick, kick it off.
So
full hype mode. Go. Just go.
All right, here we go. It's hard to get hyped to a song like this. So 3108 is is his recent release, and it has Eurobeat elements. I would call it probably in the chorus primarily Eurobeat. It's a slower toned down Eurobeat. Maybe more in the way of EDM, dubstep. It's all those genres are very loosely based off each other.
Yeah.
So it's very hard to pinpoint the genre unless you specified it, and I just don't know. But it's very like it could also be chill step.
Yeah.
But that being said, it also has notable R&B elements.
Right.
And I think that is a great addition to his voice.
Right.
Oh yeah.
I definitely think it's great.
It reminded me of another song that I really liked from a few years back. 2016 album for J.Park, Forever.
Okay.
Very similar style. I really loved that song. So for this song, it was just no surprise. It's a no-brainer. I was gonna love it.
Well, and it's Hyunsang.
And it's Hyunsang. I mean, come on now.
Like, you were gonna love it regardless. Let's be honest here.
Absolutely.
He can't put out bad music.
So, like for him to put out bad music, that's just illegal. All right.
It's not even possible.
It's just illegal.
It's like Johan not learning something. Like, it's just not possible.
Yeah.
You gotta put Johan in this.
So
gotta pull Johan in this.
Of course I did. So I think it's definitely a very refreshing sound to hear right now. Mostly because we have been hearing a lot of disco, a lot of funk.
Yep.
Like we just talked about with Natty, some bubble pop elements. Obviously Girl Crush is still here, stuff like that.
Yep.
But we've also been getting into like the kind of ballad R&B era, soul.
I mean, it is November.
It is. So I definitely think it's it was a perfect time to release this.
Yep.
It's almost like he was sitting on it waiting.
And and despite the electronicness of some of those genres that we just talked about, right? You still had some guitar in there, right? When you brought in the guitar, it was just such a very refreshing contrast as well.
Yeah.
So
I also think starting off with the acoustic guitar is really cool.
Yeah.
When that acoustic guitar started, I was kind of expecting an IU styled, almost like 8
Same
kind of song.
Yep. Yeah. Something
And
soft
he was leading in that direction with the intro as well. I was like, okay, this is more like what you would hear from like IU or what you would hear from a more ballad oriented artist.
Or his previous he had a previous release too that was done in a similar style.
Yep.
But that was a electric guitar with down, but it was a unamplified electric guitar.
Yep.
So.
And then as it started to build, I was like, where's this going? It really kept me on my toes, and I really liked that. I really did not know whether. And when the drop happened and it dropped more into chill step EDM, I was full send. I already knew it.
See, what you're describing, that's exactly what I'm talking about when I say, like, when I get immersed into a song and you're pulled and taking on a journey because you don't know where it's going, or, you know, just so much to kind of unpack and unravel.
Yep.
Like, that's exactly what I'm talking about, man.
And this was exactly like a roller coaster of a song.
Yes.
You know, the slow ascent into that really hard drop. Well, really hard for the song, not really hard in general. But more extreme end for the drop. I thought it was perfect. And
you know, it's kind of got it's very atmospheric. It's kind of got a sense of etherealness to it at times in the song, and even well, it never really goes away in the song. But there's moments in the song where it really just kind of pulls you in. You're just like, you know, it just feels very kind of magical in a sense too. You know,
right.
Gosh, really, really great. And you know, the overall feel too, it just feels very uplifting.
Yep.
Which is absolutely, you know, my kind of mood. I want that. That's exactly what I want right now.
Yep. It was great because I when I first listened to the song was right when I woke up.
Oh man, so that's the greatest start off your day.
That was the greatest start of my day I've ever had.
Yep.
Just like getting that like uplifting feeling right out of the gate.
Yep. And for
I
me,
just knew it was going to be a good day, you know.
For me, it was like when I got home from work.
Yeah.
It was a great thing to like unwind to, you know.
I feel like this is one of the songs that, provided you're not working like hard manual labor, you could literally put on at any time of the day, and it would be a perfect time for. Yep. And that is really good song construction.
And you know, the music video too, done in a very similar fashion to Us, which we all know, like I really loved. You really loved it.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh man.
So,
like, go ahead.
Oh, go. You.
So,
I can. I can wait.
So I think, as well, a big thing for this song is it seemed very connected to Us.
Yep.
It seemed almost like a continuation of the story.
Yeah, because we do see clocks in there. Yep.
You knew where I was going.
Yep.
But also, like you see him, start going down that like wormhole or whatever it was.
Yep.
When it dropped, and I feel like that is like him getting lost in the music almost.
Yep, getting lost in the music, and you know it kind of feels like a happy end to Us, because Us was very somber, very solemn.
Yeah, it was.
A very much, you know, a heartbreak, and then here we have this.
Is awesome that he's doing that, because I feel like that was something that was really popular a few years ago, was theories and connecting MVs. That's really gone out of style recently.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, what happened to the Looniverse?
Yeah, where did that go?
You know.
But you know, like, there's only a few groups now doing like MV continuations or song continuations, and I feel like that is something that was really popular that went out of style, and honestly, I kind of miss it. I feel like there's a lot more analysis that you can do inside of an MV like that.
Yeah, because I mean, we all saw how excited I got when I released Above the Time. Yeah. And just tying that into You and I, like, bruh, I really loved it. I had so much fun with that.
Yep. That's also one reason I really liked 8 when she released that, is because it was a continuation of her Age series. But
the pickaxe from Mamamoo's Aya.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I definitely really liked it. Or what do you think?
For me, I really do like the connected like music videos, or like in some way you can connect them or theorize. It makes watching it so much more fun. It's like,
because you have a context, you have a frame of reference to work off of.
Frame of reference, or even just like if you really enjoyed the previous song, or something like that, it's a callback and a recognition of a song that you enjoyed, you know, and it's almost a callback and a trigger for something that you actually enjoyed from the previous music video or previous song. And it honestly is really nice, and I wish that it didn't go out of style. I know that there are some artists that are trying to pull it back into their work. And I know some artists have talked about how, oh yeah, no, this is almost like a continuation of this work, almost a continuation of this work, and it honestly adds more of a message, like a broader message, a broader picture, and helps bridge like anything that was missing from the previous music video into the next music video to create a better understanding of both songs, so you can appreciate the other song a lot more along with appreciating this new song.
So you guys are ready to declare your MV of the week?
Not yet. So I still have a question about this music video, which I wanted to ask.
What you got?
3108. Is there? Because I don't speak Korean, and I still have a very difficult time understanding everything. Is there any real significance to those numbers?
I haven't looked into it myself.
So, a big thing is, with that is that the song is referencing time. Obviously we saw the clocks. And I'm gonna pull from the English lyrics here since they're already translated. Okay. Is a big thing is like a song holding the desire to run faster than the light and leap over time and return to the past. 3108. So, like, it's expressing that time. Like 3108 is expressing that, like, obviously it's not a real time.
Right.
You know, there is no time that's 3108. And that's why he's talking about, like, he's trapped in a dream that won't come true. And that, like, he's trying to turn back time. It's because he's in a place that doesn't
fully exist. Okay.
Yeah. Like he talks about, like, the edge of my feet almost touching the darkness, that even the shadow disappears.
Okay.
So yeah, he's in a place there where he's in a place where he needs time and light, and he just doesn't have that, which is what a lot of people are saying is the reference to 3108, which is not a real time.
Okay. Yeah. Which now that since you've told me the lyrics and all that makes the music video so much more beautiful, because the colors chosen, how the characters were displayed was done very much in relation to that. Okay. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. So.
Apparently, also, the reason that or one thing that is Stray Kids Sungmin also promoted the song.
Oh.
As well.
Oh.
Thank you. Oh man.
There's a lot of people in the comments that are talking about that Stray Kids Sungmin
sent me here.
You're but he also told people to, like, go check out the song and like give it some love. So
please. All right. So now, are we ready to declare our MV of the week, guys?
Never. We never are.
So
I hope so.
I have narrowed it down to 2 at the moment. It's Hyunsang, obviously.
Okay.
And Lucy. I have it down to those 2 at the moment. So
mine is also a toss up between Hyunsang and but also Baeksik, which I thought was pretty much a given. What about you?
Mine. We do have a 3-way tie.
Wow.
We all have a Hyunsang, but mine is going to be Natty.
Noticing a trend.
Weird, huh?
All right, Jihoon.
All right. Well, I'm gonna say Hyunsang, guys.
All right. Nick.
So, Baeksik was really good. It's really up my alley, and I genuinely enjoyed it. Hyunsang was on the other end, and completely almost a different genre entirely. But still giving me that R&B vibes. I think I'm going to have to choose Hyunsang as well.
Whoa.
Wow. So we can mark off another thing off of our bingo
Let's
board.
go.
Let's do this.
Kill.
Let's do this.
So
Hyunsang. So it's not to say that all the other artists that we didn't pick are bad. It's just 3108 was just so well done.
Yep, 100%.
Man,
And
I'm so happy because I really love this guy.
yep, and for new viewers that don't know what we're talking about, we have a bingo board. So
We
and
posted
we'll
on the
probably-
screen.
Yep. And one of them was an Eyes and All Kill, which is all of us voting for MV of the Week for the same song.
Yep. Which we weren't going to cheat to do. Like, you had to actually be like legit. We actually like the song or love the song. So.
And to put this in perspective, how rare this was, I think we've had one other this year.
Yeah.
And we had
In total, we've only had
one last
3.
year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've had 3 in all of our
Yeah, this
it's
is
super rare for
we
us to
can't
like
agree.
a song like this.
Yeah.
So definitely,
We really agree.
definitely make
Yeah.
sure to go check that out.
Yes.
All right, you guys want to move on to quick shots?
Yes.
Yeah,
All
let's do
right.
it.
So first one up is Jamie with J.cob, Apollo 11. Very R&B song. You know, we pretty universally liked it a lot, right?
Yeah.
Between the three of us. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was just the thing, right? We liked it to the point where it's like we didn't have a lot of talking points to really talk a lot about it for a topic. So just check it out. You know, it's just R&B goodness. You'll probably love it. So
Not
unless
only
you
that,
don't-
they're also both former JYP artists.
Yep. So unless you don't like R&B for some reason, what's wrong with you?
True.
Just check it out. So on to you, Aura.
All right, so this is another JYP kind of relation kind of thing. Twice just released one of the another Japanese single, I believe. Better. Well, I believe it's a disco style or
It was like new
A little bit.
disco,
Disco
Yeah,
funk.
new disco.
with some
Yeah.
house.
yeah,
Yep.
So,
house disco.
yeah. It's very, very 2010s J-pop,
Yeah.
I want to say. So,
Yeah. I will say that the Black and Orange, if you are a My Hero Academia or Boku no Hero Academia fan, for some series costume reminded me of one of the angry characters in the anime. I'll send the picture to you guys later, but yeah, check it out. Better by Twice. It was good.
all right, now for Nick's hype corner. Go.
All right. So first off, we're gonna start off with Gemini. Gemini, I don't know if he's a new artist.
This is his
I don't
second
think
release, his second music video.
Yeah.
He
Okay,
had
so
one from a year ago.
Comeback. And it is definitely that like R&B style, like really like acoustically open type of style song.
Very my style.
So if you are into that, definitely go check it out. It's so good. And it barely didn't make the cut. Like
Yeah.
it was close.
Yeah.
But
initially
definitely-
it did. Initially
It did,
it
yeah.
did. You know.
And then but yeah.
All
so
all three of these barely didn't get in, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to rebalance the lineup. So unfortunately,
it was
So-
either
Definitely make sure to go check out Gemini.
Yeah, all of these songs, they were all like either too similar to all of the other songs we were talking about, or we just couldn't agree on whether to keep them in or not. So we're like, okay, so before we kill each other over, we compromise, and they just went to quick shots.
Yep.
all right.
So, all right. Been trying to talk about this for a few weeks now, and I've not been able to. The first time I posted it got ignored. The second time I wasn't here for it. So finally.
By the way, not ignored by me. I was the one who caught that.
Ignored it.
Yeah.
Or
No,
ignored
I
it.
missed it by accident. Okay, in our list.
He ignored it.
Accident.
Yeah. He
Um.
did that to spite us because he knew that we love this artist.
Yep. So this is Boramia, which if you don't know who that is, stop sleeping.
Please.
You need to wake up.
Please.
Get your life together because she's an amazing artist.
Mm-hmm.
And this is her song I Tried, Norokenende. And it is an amazing song with it's an amazing vocal range
So
for a song.
to put it into perspective, how much we love her, like Nick and myself, we both own 2 of her albums, her 2 albums that she has
All of
out.
her albums.
Yeah, so that's all of her albums that she has released. We both own it. So
Yep. And yeah, you will love this. It is a ballad, but it's more in the realm of like power ballad type of style. Definitely make sure to go check it out. Like that's like an amazing song. It has 18,000 views right now. So you just
it only took 1 MV for me to go on to Yes Asia and buy both her albums right on the spot.
yeah, and that's super hard.
Yeah, that never happens. Almost never happens.
Yeah.
It happened this time, obviously.
Yep. So definitely make sure to go check out.
By the way,
Boramia.
we're not sponsored by Yes Asia. We just really love shopping there for our albums.
Yes.
But if someone from the Yes Asia is listening, get in contact. We kind of given you thousands of dollars.
Several thousands.
Several thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah,
You guys think it's
listen,
about time to
everybody,
wrap up?
listen to all
Yes.
these artists
We-
and any of the other artists that we haven't mentioned that we'll list in the description below. Show them some
In the
love.
description.
Like, wow.
Yeah. Open up your hearts to some love,
Yeah.
Just do it. So, take it away, Nick.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Austin Nation. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, click that bell icon if you want to know when we upload in the future. We have a Twitter. We also post our episodes when they are posted on our YouTube channel there. We have a Discord that also gives updates on when we post. On top of that, that you can talk to us. We also post kind of hints of what we might talk about for the next episode. If you really like our channel and want to consider giving back, make sure to check out our Patreon. Link in the description will be down below. All the funds will go back to creating better content for you guys. So you can also get episodes that we have not released on our YouTube there. And some of it is us being really
It's just us being
kinda
weird.
crackhead.
It's just us-
So
Yeah.
so definitely make sure to go check that out if you are interested.
Bye.
And with that, we will see you
Bye.
guys next week.
Bye.